When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina, home to the Duke Blue Devils. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Rice Owls, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Blue Devils will kick it off to get us underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So Rice's offense will go on the attack first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Second down, they'll go to the air. A strike downfield. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
He's brought down at the 34. And that's good enough for a first down.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, it's Cook. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Back to pass on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Jackson. Breaks into the open. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Cook. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. The quick out. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. Quickly to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Let's talk for just a minute about Rice. Always nice to get a win on the recruiting trail. They feel like they did, landing a 3-star wide receiver, verbal commitment. They feel like he has the type of talent that can help a program at this level.
It's going to help their offense right away. I think one of the biggest reasons why he chose this program was because he felt he could get on the field right away and help them out. Bigger programs are out after him. He thought he might have to wait his turn elsewhere. Not the case here. Expect him to make some plays early on.
They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got out of trouble and throws. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cook. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
From the red zone, looking for a space. It's complete to the left. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, you've seen the last two plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's got it on the right. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football, but when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal.
Makes the grab past the marker. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. That may seem like a really aggressive call, but David, you settle for 3 there. It's like handing a win to the defense.
Yeah, and I like aggressive. Aggressive is good for offenses, and you know, we've seen it time and time again. You get beat when you kick.
He's going for the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls!
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
And the Blue Devils look to keep this drive humming. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Quarterback on the keeper. Got some room in under the goal line. And he's loose and he'll. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Off the play fake on first down. Quarterback extends the play. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Gonna look downfield again. Trying to get behind the defense. He's got it inside the 30. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they've completely flipped the field.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Goodness, great. That is the way you blow up a play quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, caused a wreck. That had to be a blown assignment. Snagged in the middle. It's Cook. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Owls line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on... Now.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a 2-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Past the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Duke.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Looking to throw on 1st down. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his face.
Cannot get any more wide open than that. He had his receiver open, throws the ball. You think we're walking in for 6, and he drops it right in his hands. Yeah, those are killers. So hard to make big plays.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking. yardage on the return. What a play there.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Back to the ground game on the left. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You want to stop the run game, get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run through.
Using his power and his quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. Absolutely center cut. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Wants to throw on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires left. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
By the receiver. He's brought down.
About this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. It's on target and complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Owls can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Puts it out of the air. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get in the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
He'll pull it down. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing.
And absolutely nothing doing there on the quarterback run. Defense takes all the gaps away. They use their speed to force him to the sidelines. He didn't even gain any yards, guys, before going out of bounds.
Makes the grab. It's Walker. There he goes. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
And the Owls pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Quarterback moving. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to fire on second down. Steps away to find some room. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Quick timeout by the defense there. Sure, everyone. Same. He leaves it with his back. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Blue Devils will punt it away on fourth down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. They'll start this drive from the 42. Makes the grab. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Owls in a good spot here with second and short. Back to throw, time running short in the half. It's complete to the right. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Pulls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This will likely be the last play of the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance off a couple more plays. And the Blue Devils have their offense in high gear. Using his legs, it's Denson. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. So after the penalty, a little extra ground to cover on first down. Pulls and fires complete. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
The sweet feet buy a little time. Touchdown, Blue Devils! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Louisiana is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Jake Delhomme and Brian Mitchell, this has not been a blowout today in Lafayette. They're up by a field goal over New Mexico State. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Unloads it downfield. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
And talk about being an impact player.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to bring it back. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Looking to the big tight end. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, coming out in the second half, they knew they needed to throw the ball to have success, and they have not yet found a completion here in the third quarter. This quarterback has got to be able to find a way to get himself back in rhythm.
This offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Got him downfield. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
The tackle is made
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Not a lot the defense can do on that one, guys. With this tight end size, he's really difficult to defend on these crossing patterns as he gets downfield.
This Rice offense has a nice-looking drive going. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to go up top on first down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
Gets it out fast. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. 1st and goal and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. They want to throw it. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Rice. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
Number 8, hauls it in the end zone.
They're going to go ahead and go for 2 here and try to make it a field goal game. He'll set up to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Cook. He gets it in for the 2, and now a field goal would tie it. Trying to pick up a 1st down. They'll leave it with him. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the back. Can't get him to the ground. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play. Tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great.
Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play. take over at the 17.
Dude, talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
Looking to throw on first down. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the 4th quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Zings it complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Here on 3rd down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it. Deliver the football, it's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
He might want another play. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Using the quick game. They stop him short of the... They'll turn it over on down. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. So he... chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't melt. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
The Blue Devils trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Give to the running back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Makes the catch. It's bent. There is nowhere to go. He has stopped, and it'll be 4th down from the 23. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good. Easy call for the ref. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the 4th. He'll start the return inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire.
Well, you wonder that time if the QB was just forcing that one over to his running back. He's already made some catches in this game. The defense is aware of that, though, and that time they had outstanding coverage. There was no way that was going to be complete.
They'll run it from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. If they're going to keep this drive going, they'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. It's complete on the right side. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Down of possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it, 1st down and more. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he showed you the arm talent on the throw.
Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield on 1st down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He wants to throw it again. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd. Brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. After that short completion, what will they do now? Just a few inches to go.
And you wanted to get the ball out quick, and you wanted your receiver to make the play for you to get the 1st down. You don't now. Decision time, 4th and short.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. And the Owls back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a 1st down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and the hit that time helped force the incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Might be changing the route. To the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the left. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
What a great job by the quarterback working through his progressions here. In a 2-minute situation, he doesn't force it down the field if it's not open. Check it down to your back, let him go to work, and he comes up with a huge play.
And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. Deep into the 4th quarter of this game, down by 6, they'll have to go for it on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. Touchdown, Owls! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And such a great job by the offense, able to execute there and score a touchdown late in this game. You know, you try to simulate that in practice, but you just can't do it. Guys are going to have to step up when it matters the most under the bright lights, and they did it there. 1 point away from taking the lead.
And the extra point gives them a 1-point lead here in the fourth. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Purdue is getting whooped today, and at some point this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly the answer today is a big fat no. They're trailing by 18 to UCLA. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Using his feet to buy time.
When you can run the football effective and then bootleg off of it, you get the running game and everybody biting up on it, and then all of a sudden the quarterback bootlegs out to the right. I tell you what, the defense did a really good job, though, staying with it, taking away the deep pass, and coming up and holding this to a minimal gain.
Looking left. It's caught. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every... they can to try to rally here late. The upset's been bubbling all day, now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Almost intercept. That might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot.
Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. have to make that catch. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. They'll run it. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. The Owls with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, running back gets to give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Using his legs, it's Cook. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. Timeout is called with just a single second left. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.